Welcome back, everybody. We're in the great state of Texas, not in my garage. Reason being, I got a friend back home who needs a truck. I got a friend over here, well, not in Texas, in, where? Alamogordo, in New Mexico, that has a truck, and they're gonna give it to us. The only thing is, we gotta get it back to the valley. Back to LA. Check it out. El Paso, Texas. I didn't come by myself. Came with. Say hi, Heck.
What's up?
Good Lord, it is cold in Texas. Oh, check it out. This is cool right here. Well, there's no people around, but if I ever came to Texas, I always said I was going to do this. The stars at night are big and bright. Usually they would go, deep in the heart of Texas. But there's nobody here.
Yeah.
Oh, Hector is showing us the temp. There you go. 38 degrees. Well, our friend is here to pick us up. That's why we're in the parking lot. I'll introduce you to her later. She's the one that's graciously giving us this truck. And I say gracious because we don't know if we're going to make it home, but she's giving it to us. So, first Whataburger. All right, guys. I'll be number one, completely honest. I don't think there's another burger on this planet that is better than In-N-Out.
I agree.
All these people from Texas say that this is the equivalent. We're about to find out. Well, the verdict is it's not terrible. It's actually really good. But it ain't In-N-Out, nowhere near In-N-Out, not even close to In-N-Out. What do you think, Hick?
I like that.
I give it a solid 5. Not bad, not good.
Solid 5. Not bad, not good. And we're here in Texas to pick up a Ford Ranger. The almighty Ford Ranger.
99.
99 Ford Ranger 4x4.
Yep.
And our host is here. Say hi, Myra.
Hi.
She has given it to a friend of ours. So Heck and I are going to drive it all the way back to Cali. There's a surprise in New Mexico when we get there. And I'm going to show it to you.
Aliens.
Beside the aliens. At this point, it was very late at night, and all we wanted to do was get home and go to sleep. So I got to give a big thanks to Myra for doing the hour-and-a-half long drive from El Paso all the way to New Mexico. Once we got to New Mexico, that's all we did was sleep so we can get up early in the morning, give the truck a good once over, make sure it's roadworthy for the long 12-hour, 800-plus mile trip back to California. Well, here's the whole reason for the trip. Is we got to drive this Ford Ranger back to LA. It's in good shape, good tires, so it should make it. We shouldn't have any issues with it. But what we're going to do right now is just check a few things before we get on the road. We're not leaving right now. We're leaving early tomorrow morning. But like I said, I already looked at the tires. There's enough tread. They're not dry cracked or anything. It's got these cool steel wheels. Let's open her up and see what's inside. The good thing about cars in the desert is they're dry, no rust. Even a car, this Ranger, it's not that old, but it'll develop rust in certain areas. But this is the bad thing about cars in the desert. The paint goes bad, or the clear coat. But oh man, it's in good shape. It's in really good shape. AC works, heater works, so we shouldn't have any problems because it is cold. Let's check some oils and fluids and stuff. Damn, this truck is really nice. Oh, it's got the 3-liter in it. So since we're going on a pretty long road trip, it's a good idea to just like look at the brake fluid. There's brake fluid in it. You don't want to lose brake fluid in the middle of the desert. Is there a key? Where's the oil? Here's the oil dipstick. It's got oil. It's not the cleanest oil, but it's got oil in it. You can see it. See, it's not bad. Check the power steering real quick. It's got fluid. None of the hoses look bad. Serpentine belt looks good. We should have no issues, which is what I'm expecting, because last thing we need is to get stuck in the desert somewhere. Go ahead and start it. Woo! The Ranger's a beast. It sounds absolutely perfect. Well, as perfect as it's gonna get for us. Let's check under, make sure there's no crazy leaks. Now, this truck has been sitting for a while now. This truck is like a spare truck, so it doesn't really get driven as much. That's the reason it's getting donated to our friend. And it's been sitting here for, I think, the last month, and there's not one drop of oil on the ground, which is great. Just one less thing to fix. But check gauge. What gauge? It needs an oil pressure sensor, it looks like, but we're gonna ignore that. But the interior's nice. It's not a bad truck, man. This guy's getting a great truck. Thanks to our friend Myra, who's donating the truck. But we should have no issues getting all the way to LA in this thing. All right, let me just check the tranny fluid, and then we'll be ready to go. Transmission was a couple quarts low. We'll probably stop by the auto parts store and buy some, but I mean, it was barely on the dipstick, but it is cold, so we're gonna let it warm up and check it again. Let me introduce you to the one donating this vehicle. This is Myra, and
Also owner of the Mustang.
also owner of the Mustang. That's why we made this little journey over to New Mexico. But I mean, she's very generous, Myra, because this truck is really nice, and it's a 4-wheel drive.
She's my favorite niece.
And also the only niece.
She's my only niece, yeah.
But yes, favorite niece. Yep. It's a runner. We should have no issues. It should be smooth sailing all the way to LA. Once we were finished looking over the truck, it really does not look like it needs anything, and it's perfectly equipped to get us back to Cal safely. So since we had time to kill, we went ahead and grabbed something to eat. Then we hit one of southern New Mexico's national monuments. You might be asking yourself, what is there to do in the middle of the desert when you're not looking for cars or filming cars? Well, you come to Tatooine. We're here in the middle of the desert at White Sands National Monument to look at sand. Oh, National Park, my mistake. According to all my infinite knowledge, this used to be an ancient ocean that dried up. So all this sediment, this is actually gypsum sand, or gypsum turned into sand. I don't know. Well, it dried up, the ocean did. And then we had the ice age. Then the ice melted. and it left this stuff. All this beautiful white sand, and it's enormous. There's like 300 miles of this stuff everywhere. Hector's over here posing for his Tinder profile. Well, that's a lot of sand.
Apparently it's illegal to take it. We'll see.
The long ride home proved to be uneventful. So instead of showing you dark images of highway scenes, how about I show you some beautiful southern Arizona landscapes. We made it, guys. We're back in the garage. The truck made it here to SoCal, no problems. I didn't think it would have any problems. Even though they didn't use the truck very much, it was sitting for about a month before we took it. But we checked all the fluids, checked the tires. It ran great, AC worked, so I mean, it did phenomenal. The only thing I was really worried about, because I mean, it is in New Mexico, it's hot over there, and I was just hoping that the tires would make it because they're in good shape, but you know, it's hot over there during the summer, so I was just hoping that there wasn't any like dry rot or anything. But it performed amazing. 12-hour drive, made it in one shot. It took us like 14 because, you know, stopping for gas, grab bite to eats and whatever. But hey, man, that little Ranger did its job. Man, I know Toyota Tacomas have a reputation for being indestructible and very reliable, but I've seen a Ranger or two do the exact same thing. They are very reliable trucks. They perform well, get good gas mileage and everything, and I mean, you can haul a lot of stuff. You see they use them for pre-runners and all that. So anyways, it was a great trip. It was cool to see a lot of New Mexico that I've never seen in my life. Good to visit Myra again. You'll see her Mustang in the next video. But thank you for joining me again. It was an awesome trip. Please subscribe, like always, and thumbs up, all the good stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one.